All right, what is up YouTube? Welcome to the video. Monday morning, leg day today, but a little different than usual. We got a double leg day today. So we're gonna do two, essentially we're gonna break the massive leg day that I do into two workouts. One in the AM, which is about 9:15 right now, and then probably one in the PM around like 2, 3 o'clock. I've done this before in the past. I did this about a year and a half ago where I was doing essentially a double leg day, as I call it. I would do my power and strength work in the morning and then come back and hit all my accessories or my hypertrophy work. And I've kind of been thinking about it. It's like, you know me, I love a good, dense, long leg day, but my leg days typically are 2.5 to 3 hours sometimes, just because I like doing the power and strength work, and that just takes so much time with, you know, the amount of rest you have to do, the amount of warm-up sets you have to do, the amount of working sets, and then you get in the hypertrophy work. And I feel like, you know, I do get good intent from start to finish, but there is obviously, when you're just trading that long, there is gonna be a little bit of a drop-off. So I'm thinking, and from past experience, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hit my power and strength work, which I'm about to do now. So I'm gonna hit my jumps, my cleans, my heavy squats, my main movements in the morning, and then come back a couple hours later and then just hammer my legs with the hypertrophy work, the leg presses, the hamstring curls, quad extensions, calf raises. Break it up that way. Double day today. So yeah, I'm excited for this. I'm essentially gonna do this the next like 6 weeks. So from now until Christmas, I just want to do a hard training block. Like, I don't know, mentally I feel like I have been training hard, but you know, you beat yourself up, and I just feel like I just want to have a hard training block these next 6 weeks. Now into Christmas, take that time. Still doing the same split, that legs, push, pull, legs, chest, back, shoulders, arms, except for I'm going back to the 7-day structure instead of the 8-day structure. So as you know, the last couple, probably like 2 months, I've been doing essentially 3 on, 1 off, 3 on, 1 off. Now I'm gonna go back to just doing the 6 on, 1 off, because I want to go back to like Monday through Sunday, knowing what sessions I'm hitting each day, Monday, Thursday, Tuesday, you know, knowing when I'm hitting legs, hitting upper body. So I love the 8-day structure though. I think that is awesome. And I probably will go back to that, because I really think you can get the best of both worlds. You can get a lot of volume in, but you can get some extra recovery. But I do like sometimes, or I do like the 6-day structure, knowing what I'm hitting each day. So we'll get in the gym, we'll hit the power and strength work. I'll explain it more as we get going, but let's rip. All right, just finished warming up. So what I did banded TKEs, 15 each leg, really coming up on the toes, squeezing the quad, 15 lateral walks each side with like the mini band, getting enough resistance, really open up my hips and glutes. And then I did 10 of those hamstring squats, really trying to open up my hips, hamstrings, everything. I'll go through that 2 times. That's been my go-to warm-up of late, and I've really enjoyed that. Always like doing TKs before I squat. Really just gets my quads ready to go for squats, and then all the other lateral walks and those squats are just good for opening up my hips, hamstrings, all that. So go through that 2 times. Now I'm gonna get into some jump work. So today for the jumps, I got the OVR sensors, which just measure your jump height, which are pretty cool. I'm just gonna go 15 reps total. So when I do these, I just essentially do it in a cluster. I'll do a rep, rest maybe 10 seconds, do a rep, rest maybe 15 seconds. I really just rest as needed. Usually I do about 15 reps, it takes me like 7 to 8 minutes. But if they feel good, maybe I'll get up to 20 reps. So really just trying to emphasize on these seated jumps, coming here, punching the ground, and just trying to jump as high as possible. Not much else to it, really just trying to put force in the ground, and that's why I like the seated position, because it just requires you to punch, and then you take that punch from here and bring that into the cleans and the squats. It's kind of a good mind thing to kind of get you, one, it obviously is going to potentiate you to get you ready for those cleans and squats, get your body moving fast. 2, it's obviously great for power work, but 3, it's just really good for like driving that intent to get your mind ready to move some weight. So yeah, let's get ripping, boys. Usually the first couple are very low, like these have been pretty bad, but usually as you get more and more warmed up, should get higher. That's the goal. My last one should be like my highest one, or one of my highest, and that's when I feel good going into the cleans and squats. All right, ripping cleans now. Goal is 4 sets of 3 here on the block. So I just set it up. We got 3 of these little
I think they're called DC blocks, but it kind of makes it around like mid shin height for me. I'm actually feeling really strong in this position. You know, from here you just grip it and pull, big pull here. So I like doing these after the seated jumps as well. Feeling good from those jumps. Like jumps started pretty low, but they progressively got higher and higher as I was going, which is good to see. Just did the first set of cleans, felt pretty good. So got 264 here. 120 kilos, just gonna try to sit here for 4 sets of 3, really try to work on being nice and powerful, bringing that bar up with speed, taking my time in between sets, and yeah, opening up, getting some good cleans in, so let's rip. All right, so moving on to squats now. Gonna go 6 sets here, gonna do wave loading. So I know I've done wave loading. I used to wave load all the time in the past. Very good method to build strength and size, build strength, depending on kind of the reps and sets you're using. So all wave is, it's a descending rep scheme, repeated 2 to 3 times. So for example, today I'm gonna go 7, 5, 3, and then go 7, 5, 3. So 6 total sets. You're going down in reps, up in weight, and then the goal is on that second time through, when you come back to that 7, 5, 3, you're using a heavier load than you did on the first one. So for example, you know, I'm gonna go 405 for 7, 425 for 5, probably 455 for 3. Second time around, I wanna hit 415, 420 for 7, 435, 465. So adding like 10 to 15 pounds on that second wave, because you should be more potentiated for it. So 753 is a great one to do kind of early in the training block, like more an accumulation, because you're getting some higher rep sets in the 7s, some middle in that 5, and then some of those neurologically demanding triples, but they're not super, super heavy. So this is a good block to use, and I'll go from here probably for 2 weeks of this, and then 2 weeks of a 642, 642, and then maybe the last 2 weeks, not really sure what I'll do. Maybe I'll move away from wave loading. Maybe I'll go 531, 531, or I'll just do like decreasing rep schemes, but we'll see. But wave loading, great tool to use. If you're interested in learning more, Christian Thibodeau is a great resource for it. That's where I got it all from. So I used to do these all the time, but it's been a minute. It's obviously daunting because it's 6 sets, but first wave shouldn't be, I mean, obviously it should be heavy, but it shouldn't be like, the goal is to go heavier on your second wave. So it shouldn't be balls to wall. It should kind of prime you for that second wave. So we'll get rolling, get this 405 bending. Anyways, set 3 here. This is kind of the money set. So as I was explaining, so you got your 6 sets. It's almost like those first 2 sets, that first set of 7 and 5, are almost like an extended warm-up. They're not like a warm-up. They are working sets, but maybe like an RP like 7, 7.5. Nothing crazy. Still a heavy working set, but kind of your money sets is this 3rd set is going to be the heavy triple. This is going to potentiate you, and then your 2 money sets is going to be set 4 and 5 when you go back to 7 reps and 5 reps. That should be heavy. Those should be your 2 like top sets, kind of like your 2 heaviest sets. So you're using this heavy triple to potentiate you. So then when you go back to the 7, you know, you have that heavy weight in your back. You're going a little lighter. It should feel good. So we'll go triple here at 455, which shouldn't be too bad. It's like 85%. And then the 7 and 5, going to aim to be about 10 to 15 pounds heavier than what I did the first round for. So let's rip.
All right, so about to head back to the gym. I'm back in my apartment. I've had 2 meals in between. I meant to show them, but I completely forgot. So I had Greek yogurt with granola, and then I just had some rice with some salmon. I'm trying to get some good carbs in between, 2 meals in between, because obviously if you're training twice and they're lifts, you gotta make sure you're fueling in between. Ate those up, head back to the gym, got the pre-workouts. I didn't have pre this morning, I just had an energy drink, but I'm gonna go scoop the essential pre, I'm gonna scoop it of the pump, and then also a scoop of the electrolytes in there. But this second part of the leg day, this is gonna be all the hypertrophy work. So go in mostly machines, just rip those. Legs felt freaking awesome from that first leg day. Squats felt really, really good. I actually had 3 days off. Well, I say 3 days off training. Technically I did arms on Friday, but I didn't train Saturday and Sunday because I was in Arkansas at an event with Raw. And I never take that much time off, but actually silver lining in it, I feel great. So obviously I know rest is key, and I don't like to rest much, but every time like stuff like that happens where you have, unplanned rest days, it kind of reminds you, it's like, okay, well, we know how important rest is. So had 3 days off, or 2, I guess, with the arm day. But I feel freaking great today. So I'm excited for the second part of the leg day. Let's get ripping. All right, so at the gym now, or back at the gym. Start with a seated hamstring curl. I've already done the first 2 sets. Gonna do 3 working sets. The first 2 sets, I got 8. Now, last set here. I've been doing a rest pause on this. I've been liking it a lot. So I know I've explained it a lot in the past, but just to re-explain it, rest pause is you go to failure, usually in like that 6 to 8, 6 to 10 range. You then take about a 15, 20 second rest, and you try to bang out as many extra reps as you can with the same weight. So typically you get like 1 to 4 extra reps, kind of depending on it. Great intensifier. I like using the hamstrings. Easy to do on a machine where you just like rest in between. You don't have to like rack the weight like a barbell or a dumbbell or bring it back up. So been liking on this. So 3 sets here. And then I think for the majority of the movements today, the first 2 I might just do 3 working sets and the rest 2 sets, but 2 to 3 working sets. And again, more of a hypertrophy focus, so we're kind of being like that 8 to 12 range and just going hard on some machines, just pretty much going to failure, just trying to blitz the legs since we already hit our power and strength work, and we got nothing to hold back. So set 3 here, low rest pause. Let's get the tunes rolling. Fear of the dark, baby. Let's go. Extra credit. Heck yeah. So end up doing 3 sets of the hamstring curl. Rest pause on the last set. Strings are pumped, fellas. Strings are pumped. Obviously on the rest pause, you're only getting a couple extra reps. I was able to get 7, hit failure, and then I got 3 extra reps. So great method to use. Again, great on machines. Now for the remainder of the exercise, I'll probably gonna go 2 working sets. Do 1 to 2 feel out sets. Now when I do a warm up set, people always ask, I always do more of like, I call it a feel out set. Like I just progressively build up the weight. I might do like a couple reps here, a couple reps there, just to get a feel for the weight. Like for example, like I did 8 plates last week, so I just started with 5. I did like 5 reps, and then I went to 7. I just did a rep just to feel it, and now I'm with 8. So it depends on the movement. Some movements you can just work your way up. Now, if it's a movement you haven't done in a while, or you don't know, or you've only done lower reps with it, or only done higher reps with it, then I would take more warm-up sets to kind of feel it out. But if it's something you kind of know the weight, then just get a feel for it and not fatigue yourself too much. So we're just gonna go 2 working sets here. I'm thinking 8 to 10, 8 to 12, essentially just trying to get as many reps as I can, empty the gas tank. On these leg presses, I've been trying to get a better job of controlled on the way down, a slight pause at the bottom, bringing my knees to my chest, like a huge range of motion, and then a big shove up. So obviously I squatted earlier this morning, so legs are feeling pretty good, but yeah, let's get ripping. Woo.
Come on, I got this more. All right, next move we're gonna go a belt squat RDL. One of recent favorite. Discovered this like a month ago. Has been absolutely great because I get such a deeper range of motion. So I kind of do a deficit. As you'll see, I'll set up my legs, or I'll set up bumper plates so I get even deeper, so I can essentially almost like touch my toes with the weight. I will say, I've done it on the pitch shark before, and then at this gym I do it on like the Rogue one that has the cable. It is much harder on the cable, and that's probably because of the constant tension throughout. Like on the pitch shark, I'll be doing like 6 1/4 on each side. On this, I'm only getting like 3 1/4, and it's definitely because of that constant tension of that pulley pulling you down. It's such a good movement because it really pulls you down, and you gotta be nice and engaged, really engage your hamstrings and glutes. So I'll go 3 sets there, or 2 sets, like 8 to 10 range, and yeah, just blitz it from there. All right, boys, legs. This has been a good leg day today, all from morning to evening. I've had quite the lift, but we're not done yet. So 3 sets of the hamstring curl, 2 sets of the leg press, 2 sets of the RDLs. Now we're going back to quad. So I did hamstring, quad. I like doing that alternating fashion. That's what I typically do, like chest and back. I'll alternate, bicep, tricep, I'll alternate. We'll go 2 sets here. What I'm gonna do on the leg extension today is I'm gonna go do that rest pause on both sets. So I'll go to failure, 15-second rest, try to bang out as many extra reps as I can. You know what, I'm gonna do a double rest pause in this. I'll go to failure, 15-second rest, as many reps as possible, 15-second rest, as many reps as possible. That'll be 1 set, and I'm gonna do that 2 times. You know what, on the second time, I'm gonna try to match whatever I got in the first time. Just make the quads pop. I'm trying to think of a way, that's the fun thing with working out. Don't get too, obviously you don't have to intensify every set. You don't have to like do drop sets and everything. But they're fun as fuck to do. I love doing rest pause. I love doing drop sets. I love intensifying it. Hell, if you can find a way to put more intensity into it, I think it's a win-win. So that's why I like doing these drop sets, rest pauses. It's fun to do, Not everything has to be perfectly written out, science-based. And this is no attack on science-based guys, but at the end of the day, you just gotta be consistent and rip weights. That's all that matters. So go set 1 here, double rest pause, let's rip. Shoot, I forgot to. Also, I started using straps on leg extension. They're definitely not necessary, but they kind of keep you locked in, not bad. But I just strapped up and I forgot to press play on my earbuds, so I'm listening to whatever we got in the gym right now, which little Latino vibes, I don't hate it. It's kind of like good vibes, so let's rip. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh man. Whew. All right, we'll do that one more time. I got 11, 4, and 2, so that's 17 reps. So gotta get 17 reps at. Whew. Back on the leg press. To finish this off, we're gonna do a calf raise on here. Been liking it on this. I just got my toe on here. Really try to get at least a 1 second stretch in the bottom position, and then really drive up on my toe while I'm doing it. I'm gonna go like 4 sets. But usually I like going higher rep on calves, like 15, 25 range, around there. Like 4 sets here, just hammer the calves here. I did 2 sets and everything. Calves, obviously, is such a small muscle. I like doing like 3 to 5 sets on it because it takes like 5 to 6 minutes. So rip these out, give the calves a little bit of love because I have been neglecting them of late. So big stretch at the bottom and then come up. Really milk the stretch. One, two. All right, I'll wrap the video up here. Double leg day complete. I'm a huge fan of that. I don't know if it was because the extra rest I had this weekend, but that was one of the best leg days I've like ever had. I mean, the squats felt buttery, felt really good. Cleans felt great this morning. And then the hypertrophy work, I just went balls to wall. I think that's the key. It's like, you know, I know how dense leg days are because I like doing so much. I think that double method is just the way to go. If I have the time for it, obviously, you know, I could just reduce the volume and do a little less, but because, you know, I want to overreach, I want to push myself, especially these next 6 weeks. And I mean, I always want to push myself. You know, I have the time, why not try it out and take advantage of it? So definitely going to roll with that the next 6 weeks. I'm going to see if I'm doing it on my second leg day. I might just do it on Monday's leg day, but we'll see if I want to do it on Thursday as well. But man, that was a great leg day, especially that second session. Usually I always do like 3 to 4 working sets, but just doing 2 working sets mentally, that was so much better because like, all right, it's just like, all right, go hard on this set. You finish that set, and you're like, oh, I only have to do this 1 more time. And then you go hard again, rather than you finish it like, shit, I gotta do that 3 more times. So I definitely like that 2-set method, especially on those like leg presses, RDLs, hamstring curls. Probably gonna start implementing that more because, you know, in the morning I already hit 6 sets of squats, 4 sets of clean. So like the total volume's still high. So obviously I don't wanna do that double day and then add a ton more volume than I typically do. Like I really only added 2 more working sets than when I've done from just a normal leg workout. So it wasn't a lot more volume. So you can add a tiny bit more volume, but you don't want to get carried away and add way too much because then you're just not going to recover from it. But overall, definitely like that double leg day. Expect to see a lot of that from me in the next couple of weeks of that. But anyways, wrap the video up here. Weather is getting cool. Winter is coming. Lock in, get freaking jacked, boys. Get freaking jacked. There's nothing else to do. What else to do when it's cold out? I mean, you got Christmas and Thanksgiving. You might as well, but in between, just get freaking jacked, fellas. So stack the damn days. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.